Welcome to Day Talk for Wednesday, January 12, 2012. Our very special guest today is Ron Paul, candidate for the Republican nomination for president. Mr. Ron Paul, everyone's favorite septuagenarian, and candidate for the Republican nomination.
Sophia. Hey, Sophia. Mr. Paul doesn't want to come out on stage.
Pardon me, Gordissimo?
Mr. Paul says there are CIA agents in the audience with mind scanners. He won't come out on stage.
Are you serious?
Yes. He says to go over there and interview the potted palm.
What?
The palm. The potted palm. He says he's had a microphone and speakers installed in the palm. You can interview him by talking to the plant.
This is totally insane. You realize that, don't you?
Yes, Sophia. But we're live. Go talk to the palm.
Okay, but seriously? Interview a potted palm.
Yes.
Mr. Paul? Can you hear me, Mr. Paul?
Loud and clear, Sophia. And may I say how very pleased that I'm to be here today? In a manner of speaking, that is.
Well then. Mr. Paul. As you know, up until now you have been something of a fringe candidate. Your ideas are way out in left field. But suddenly you seem to be almost in the mainstream of Republican thought.
That's right, Sophia. I'm very gratified to see that the party has caught up with me.
But don't you think that some of your ideas are a bit impractical? You want to abolish the Federal Reserve, for example. Wouldn't it be chaos if there were no central government organization to manage the supply of money and attempt to influence interest rates?
A system of capitalism presumes sound money, not fiat money manipulated by a central bank. Capitalism cherishes voluntary contracts and interest rates that are determined by savings, not credit creation by a central bank.
So you're saying that the invisible hand of capitalism will determine what interest rates should be? But hasn't capitalism had a chance to demonstrate already that it is incapable of protecting the interests of people, and that government is required to moderate the effects of predatory capitalists?
Capitalism should not be condemned, since we haven't had capitalism.
I think the 99% would disagree. Anyway, you've said also that you want to withdraw U.S. involvement from foreign affairs, including withdrawing the U.S. military from foreign countries. Isn't that a bit dangerous, considering the state of world affairs?
The moral and constitutional obligations of our representatives in Washington are to protect our liberty, not coddle the world, precipitating no-win wars, while bringing bankruptcy and economic turmoil to our people.
Is that what you think the U.S. has been doing for the last 70 years? Coddling the world?
It is no coincidence that the century of total war coincided with the century of central banking.
Well, you certainly have a problem with central banks. You're also famous for having said that if you were elected president, you would make currently restricted drugs legal. Why is that?
You want to get rid of drug crime in this country. Fine, let's just get rid of all the drug laws.
I see. Well, I'm afraid that's all the time that we have for today. I would like to thank my guest, Ron Paul, for appearing today. Bye for now.
Let the revolution begin.